Claire, good morning to you. What do you make of all of this?
Well, what a welcome back for Anne. It's 8:05 last night. Everything went mad. The Boris Johnson saga continues. And I think it's quite interesting. My views align very much with what David has just said, that the archetypal victim here is Boris Johnson. And he is taking this timetable for himself. He is making this exit on his own terms. He doesn't have to face the electorate at a by-election. He is telling everybody exactly what he wants them to see and what he wants them to concentrate on. 1,000-word resignation statement is quite something on a Friday evening. So I don't think that this weekend is going to be quiet. I think Boris Johnson is going to lead the agenda, which is always where he wants to be. He wants to be front and centre. It's not about the party, it is about himself.
Is it the end, though, do you think, of his political career? Do you think he'll do a Tony Blair now and go on massive speaking engagements in America and make his fortune that way? Will he go quietly?
No, of course he won't go quietly. I don't think Boris Johnson can do anything quietly. But at least now, if he disappears off onto the lecture circuit, as you said, Tony Blair has done, he can earn all that money. He doesn't have to declare it in the register of members' interests. And he can do exactly as he pleases. He will always be a thorn in the side of whoever is leader of the Conservative Party. And I think that Rishi Sunak is aware of that. So by keeping quiet at the moment, he's just seeing how this lands. But we must remember that Boris Johnson is still an MP until such times as that he is given the stewardship of the Chiltern Hundreds, a ceremonial position, which means he's no longer an MP. So we don't know when that's going to come. So at the moment, we still have him. He's still there and he's still going to cause trouble.
Has he done in for the Conservative government at the next election? And if so, has it been intentional?
I think everything he does is intentional. Now, whether it brings the Conservative Party down remains to be seen. We need to look at what Rishi Sunak does next. We need to see how much the Conservative Party is divided, because we haven't seen the level of outrage from those who are real supporters, such as Priti Patel, such as Jacob Rees-Mogg. We haven't seen a level of outrage from them at the moment that would suggest that there is a real faction growing on one side. So I think everybody at the moment is trying to let the dust settle, see where we are. Nobody, certainly I don't want to see the Conservative Party disappear, and we don't want to disappear into a civil war, which is what we've been doing for the last 18 months at least. So I don't think it's the end. I think this is an incredibly turbulent time with two by-elections turning up at completely the wrong moment. We don't need them, and there is always the rumour that more will follow. But at the moment, we've got two to concentrate on.
That's right. I mean, Uxbridge is going to be a very tight, well, I don't know, but but certainly their majority at the moment, which may very much depend on it being Boris as the MP, is only about 7,000, isn't it? So, I mean, it's going to be a real fight there. The other seat, Nadine Dorris's seat, is much more of a Tory stronghold, isn't it?
It is, and that's a majority of over 24,000. But as we've seen in the past with the likes of Chesham and Amersham and Tiverton and Honiton, both of which had very large majorities over the 20,000 mark, and we managed to lose those. The Liberal Democrats are exceptionally good at getting the ground troops out there and fighting by-elections. And I do wonder perhaps if there'll be some little deal struck in Uxbridge that the Labour Party will take the lead and the Lib Dems will then take the lead in Mid-Bedfordshire. I mean, all of that kind of jiggery-pokery is yet to be seen. But these are particularly hard to fight, especially during the summer. And it will be really interesting to see when that writ comes as to when that by-election is going to be. We might find this is pushed back until the autumn to get the summer holiday period out of the way.
OK. Claire, thank you.